Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arya Crossfade and today we're going to be reacting to the new Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone official teaser that just dropped by HBO Max. Now I want to make a disclaimer. This reaction is going to be by someone who has only seen the movies, never really, the only book I read was half of the Philosopher's Stone. So this has come from someone who's only seen the movies, who hasn't read the book series fully, who's not a Potter fan. Like, I'm not a really deep Harry Potter fan lover. I don't know everything about Harry Potter. I don't know much about Harry Potter. I only know what I've seen in the movies, which I do know is not a true adaptation of the book series, and I believe this is supposed to be a book series adaptation of the series. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to go through this with the eyes of someone who's seen the movie. If I do end up offending you, or you not liking what I am talking about, or you don't like my opinion, that is perfectly fine. Like I said, I am not a Potterhead. I'm not a full fan of Harry Potter. While I do love the world and I love the characters, I am not fully engrossed into the story and all that, like a lot of you guys are, which that's you. You have the right to be engrossed into your own fandom. So I just want to let you know that. So do not come out with hate. If this is something that you're probably going to hate me reacting to, you're not going to like what I'm going to say probably, you feel free to watch, leave the video. But if you do want to make opinion or state something in the comments, please do so, but do it nicely and very respectfully, as I am not going into the show with hatred, saying it's horrible and all that. I am just going into it with the eyes of someone who's fully not into the Harry Potter world, okay? Just want to make that clear. So let's get started.
I told you.
So that's supposed to be, I forgot his name, the father.
You're a normal boy.
This seems to be a little bit more emotional and more serious than the movies.
You think you're something special? There is nothing special.
Oof. Okay, that was really mean, but
you.
I guess this is how she really is in the books. I'm thinking. I'm not sure.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and
Okay, so we got
clever,
Hagrid.
and they stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you, we'll be in Hogwarts.
Okay, so there's Ronald Weasley and Mrs. Weasley. So far, production looks like it looks so good. Okay, there's Hogwarts, Professor McGonagall.
Mr. Potter. I think we
So
can
it's Ron and
expect great
Hermione.
things from you.
Ooh, okay. So far, I'm liking the atmosphere. Okay, that is supposed to be Draco.
See who you are.
Is that supposed to be Snape? And also that's Professor Dumbledore. Okay. Christmas 2026. Okay, so I will keep my thoughts brief. From what I have seen, it looks good. The animation, not animation. The film set, like, it looks a little more darker than from the because the movies, now that I think about it, had a more lighter tone to it. While it did have dark themes, this has more of a fleshed out, darker atmosphere, if you know what I mean. So that's how like. I will. I believe I will be watching the first episode of this when it comes out later this year. I might do a reaction of it on my channel. From what I'm gonna say, I don't. I'm going into this as someone who's just watched the movies back in the day. It's kind of hard to see some of the actors that I'm used to seeing. Like, I'm used to seeing Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, and of course, I don't remember the actor that played Hagrid. Like, that's like, and then of course Severus Snape, if that was Snape in that we saw. Alec Rickman, like, I is kind of weird maybe to see that, but it's just come from someone who basically is more familiar with the movies as well as the actors that portray the characters. So, and as far as I've seen, it's given more emotional feel to it, like the whole time of Mrs. Dudley. Wait, hold on. Is it Mrs. Dudley? And her son's name Dudley? I don't know. But Mrs. Dudley cutting Harry's hair, that was a really, I could feel the emotion from that scene, like, especially with Harry just sitting there taking what she had to say about Harry Potter, and that face, like, you, like, so I can see it's going to probably have a lot more emotion in it. As while the movies, while they did have emotion, they all, I think now that, you know, remembering, they are more lighthearted and more like it had its emotional times, and it had its comedy. It also had its comedic times. It also had its take on magic, and you know, but when it comes to what I see for right now, this series looks like it's going to have a more deeper and emotional side on the, which I want to assume this is probably a adaptation of the book series, which is depicted as more darker with more stories and more characters I don't think we've gotten introduced to. So I find it interesting. It'll probably be a little weird because, you know, I'm used to the original actors, but I am not going to hate on this show. So I will withhold my full-on opinion until after I see it, which will be later this year. So, but from what I've seen, it looked like it'd be sort of good, okay, so far. But I don't have any more to go on besides what I feel for it. Do I hate it? No. Am I going to bash it? No. Like I said, I am not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I am, so it doesn't really affect me much. But when it goes to Lord of the Rings, I might be a little more iffy about it. But when it comes to Harry Potter, I'm fine with it. Like, it's shocking and a little different and feels weird, but that's about it for me. But I am going to give it a shot, and it does look promising, so. But with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed my reaction video. If you do like this reaction video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe button. And like I said, if you have your own opinions, feel free to comment them down below, but also just remember to be respectful, okay? I'm not hating on this. I'm not bashing anything. This is just someone who's only seen the movies, who's not fully a fan, who's not really read the books, and not really gotten into deep lore with Harry Potter. So, just let you know that. But with that being said, do take care of yourselves, and I will catch y'all later. And until then, goodbye.